my wife, Joyce. She's a gift from God to me. She's the one who pushes me, challenges me, tells me what's wrong, tells me what's right, and she encourages me. She prays for me every day.
The most recent time I can remember is about 3 years ago. My dad was in an accident, and I needed to fly out of state to see him as he was on life support. And the people within our church small group really took care of us. They brought food to my husband and my kids while I was gone. They brought cash to cover out-of-state flight all of a sudden. And I was able to go and say goodbye to my dad and really grieve with my family, and it gave us an opportunity to pray, as I was the only Christian in my family. And I believe that praying over my dad at that time may have led him to Christ in his final moments. So it was a huge blessing for my family, for the people in our small group to surround us and take care of us at that time.
I would say when I was in high school, I had a coach that was placed in my life that really saved my life. Coach Haas was my football coach, and he was a very strong Christian and outspoken about it. And he came into my life at a time that I didn't have a lot of self-worth, and he was one of the first coaches that kind of poured into me, and then it turned into being more of a mentorship where he ministered to me about Jesus and what he could do for my life. Even though I was already rooted in the foundation of who Jesus was, he really brought it back to the front of my mind. And at that time in my life, I was going through a lot of difficult things, and honestly, I can say that he's one of the reasons why I'm still here. And it wasn't a good career move for him to come into my life. He left 2 state championships in Wisconsin, and then came to a losing program. There was no reason why he was there. I truly believe that God placed him in my life because there's a reason for me to continue to share the gospel and to be here with everyone.
For me, it would be 2 women, and their names are Marie Peters and Joan Covington, and they were a gift to me when I first started fostering children in need. And the reason they were a gift is because they had been at it longer, and they took me under their wing and basically launched me into a lifelong ministry. And throughout all of the years that we've done it, they've been my best cheerleader, my shoulder to lean on, and my best prayer support. They're very godly women and have taken up any of the hard times with me and just stayed with me until God showed us the path that he was going to take these kids on.
Yeah, I think one of the experiences in life that's most deepened my faith is when I encounter somebody that they may not even know it, but they are being a gift of God to me. In the Bible, there are, by my count, 5 guys named Joseph. And some of them are real popular. But there's one, he's only known by Joseph one time, and then he gets his name changed. He winds up at the end of Acts chapter 4, and they change his name almost immediately to Barnabas, which means son of encouragement. The gift of God to me that someone else has been is Steve Weaver, in that he has always been a Barnabas to me. We have a relationship that goes back 45 years. And as long as I've known Steve and enjoyed his friendship and enjoyed his company, Steve has always been that aspect of a gift of God to me, in the sense that he has been such a great source of encouragement. There have been times in the ministry where things aren't going well, where there's a lot of either stress or resistance or pressure, or just personal failure of some kind, and all those manner of things. It seems as though anytime I'm going through a period like that, Steve Weaver will come up to me and pull me aside and tell me something about that I had said in a message or in a teaching, or he saw me doing in and around the church, and he will just press such encouragement into me that it's beyond friendship, it's beyond affection. It is actually, Steve is the voice of God. That's how he's a gift of God to me. And he has been this way for 45 years. I value it so much. And the reality that God will use us in this way as a gift from God into the life of someone else to breathe life and hope and expectation. And frankly, with Steve, a lot of times it's just joy.